The recording button is hit. The go live button is being hit. I'm changing this to podcast episode number 13. Confirm and go live. Starting video. Okay. We should be going. So, hey, there we go. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Fey Design Court podcast. I am one of your hosts. My name is Mike Myler. I'm the editor of eInsider, freelancer of many years here in the tabletop RPG industry, and I am here with my co-hosts, who will introduce themselves now.
I'm Savannah Broadway. You can also call me Zan. I let people self-sort. I'm the managing editor with Ian Publishing's Gate Pass Gazette. Worked in the RPG industry for, gosh, a hot second now, 15 years, my God, and have done various things. Um, Akeem.
Sure. Hello, everyone. My name is Akeem Favor. I am a freelance TTRPG game designer, sometimes sensitivity reader, and as of about 3 weeks ago, I am now a sometimes playtester. Looks at Mike.
Yes. Yeah. I brought in. So, I have a good core group for the. I guess we can briefly talk about it. I have this epic rule set that I've made. It's called Epic 5e. Legendary Ventures. You go epic5e.com. There's a great website. Um, and I'm releasing it for the new rule set and level up at the same time. And also, instead of you could just do it regularly, like you gain 21st level, you get what you get for 21st level as a berserker or whatever. Or you can use your XP to buy stuff individually. So you can be like, I want to get extra attack or more spell slots or both instead of whatever the fuck I should have gotten at 22nd level. Um, but that requires a lot of playtesting. My core group, a lot of times somebody drops out and then we're down to 3, and that's too few for me. I need at least 4 people. So yeah, we brought a Akeem on quite successfully, I think. Yeah.
Also, you hang around Mike long enough, you get roped into a playtest. It's kind of how it goes.
I mean,
It's actually a lot of fun.
yeah, it's
Oh
a good time. It's a good time.
Yeah.
They're in Soberin, which is weird because Soberin's designed for low level play. But it's going pretty good. Yeah.
Have they broken all the things yet, or?
No, they did destroy Overseer Freniza Genuilo's flying hovercraft fortress, and basically blew up a nuclear reactor on the side of the mountains in Ibutsu, I think it was. But yeah. No, last game was really, really good. I don't want to give away too much because Akeem is a player, but they hit a milestone they don't know about, so they got their level, which is yeah.
I mean, on that note, there's the first section of our outline.
Nice.
Uh,
Good thinking.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I have a huge sands in my. Excuse me 1 second. Holy Jesus Christ! What the fuck? Oh my god. Okay. Ugh. All right. It's like a mineral
So yeah,
deposit.
I mean, so I guess I can start because it's a good segue. Thank you, Zan.
Yeah.
So uh, first section we always kind of talk about our favorite working projects, currently in character lesson, all those things. My new favorite character is Loon from Mike's playtest. Just because it's been fun, just kind of experimenting with the playtest rules that are currently in place. I'm using the advanced level up 5e system,
Advancement
which
evolved is what we're calling it.
yeah, which is so much fun. And my character is a imperial born who wants to become the next kami of poison and preservation. And he is obviously very, very poison focused to the point that he is now obsessed with chasing down an imperial sibling who focuses on poison and forcing him to teach
Ooh.
him how to do the poison that goes through poison immunity. So
It's called
that
primordial
is his current
bile.
obsession.
Yeah, they
Primordial bile.
after all that stuff with the hovercraft, they recovered like a logbook and had that like repaired and worked out like some of the cipher. So they figured out like call signs and stuff, and then they found the poison, and they were like, well, who could make this poison? There's only fucking like nobody even knows how this was made. This mythological poison. So then they worked out like, okay, it must be the Imperial sibling down in Fuson because they're known for all their poisons and potions and stuff. And they went down to Fuson, interrogated the docks, checked all the fucking records, didn't find any like weird reagents, but they found like a strange knife that came through the port that is only used for cutting this really weird vine, and that's what they followed.
Ooh.
And now they found like a valley, Cucaretta Valley, I think it's called, Cagaretta, something like that, and yeah, there's talk of an old man who lives there and like hangs out at the shrine. They visit the shrine, didn't see the guy, and then they like went to a nobleman's tree house that they got converted into a monastery. A couple traps like they deal with that, and then they talked to like the head like guard presence dude, and realized that somebody has been like dosing his water barrel with like forget me not potions. So
Yeah.
he's just fucking gone, right? But
Mhm.
yeah, so they're slowly working out what's going on with this guy in the valley. They're in the area. They're yeah. It's good. It's good.
Yeah.
It's been a good time. It's been a good time.
Yeah, and I think my favorite part is that like Loon now has inspiration on some of the things. Where I think the funniest part was like we went into a trapped room that had like a specific type of predatory fungus, and then I was like, my character as a Jude had never thought of using that as an actual trap, and now he is inspired.
Mm-hmm. I think predator fungus is something I pulled out of SAC. TSAK, to save a kingdom. That's what I mean. It's an acronym
Mm-hmm.
for an adventure path that we all worked on for
Yeah.
Ian Publishing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the
So
mind
that's
rending
me.
gas was also from SAC. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Just a fun acronym.
By all means, please check out Epic 5e, folks. Epic5e.com. And in this year, maybe by the end of this year, we'll see. There's a lot of places to do yet. We're only 24th level. There's another 6 levels to go. So,
Only 24th.
yes, only 24th. And then, yeah, I have to. Oh no, I did all the prep work for the adventures in the adventure path and stuff. I just need to make sure everything works good and then lay out. Okay, but yeah, next, Zan, tell or should I go? You gonna
Uh,
go?
yeah, but I can go.
You go.
So I don't know if either of y'all have played Tea Time Adventures.
I have not.
It's technically 5e based, but it's very gentle, for lack of a better word. There is literally no overt combat mechanic. There are no offensive spells. Um, it's very like it's all essentially social and role playing.
Can you sleep somebody?
And
Is it like can you charm person them? What's just no
if I
damage?
remember right, there is like a sort of like friends sort of spell. But it's weird because everything is so damn nice.
Oh.
We actually like our first like mystery because that's the thing. It's supposed to be like incredibly cozy mystery. And let's see, what were the? Oh, no, give it back. Let's see. But yeah, the first mystery that we had was somebody sabotaged the local pie contest. And so we had to explore that. And then when it came out, like, oh, we found out it was this guy who, like, was essentially very sad and insecure about his pie making. So he sabotaged his competition. And like essentially the answer was that the community kind of gave him a group hug. They're like, you are clearly like suffering in some way, you should have come to talk to us, so now we're going to like give you therapy and tell you not to do it again. Which was very odd, like especially since we had just come off like a normal 5e campaign. It was very weird to get used to.
But you
Let's
dug
see.
it
There
once you
is lying. Let's see. The I can't figure out how to swap this sheet around. But charlatanism is one of the skills. Uh, let's see, snooping, wallflowering, relish, which is can you eat lots of food without getting sick, if I remember
This
right.
sounds like Hello Kitty 5e to me.
It's really wild. It was on like it was very enjoyable in very short bursts. But yes, I ended up playing Professor Charles Wangdoodle, who was from the Amber Academy, which is like the local magic university essentially. And he was a really good time. I wasn't quite sure what I was going to do with this character because it felt like really constraining, honestly. But like, it just turned out that like he was on a quest to get wine, like some sort of alcohol, because he decided this place was too like rural and idyllic for him, and he needed to be mildly intoxicated. And so that became his like subplot was trying really hard to find wine. So like he'd go to like the local tavern equivalent was called the Milk Bar, and he's like, okay, okay, alcohol, yes, and they're like, no, no, we don't have any of that. He's like, damn it. They're like, oh, well, what about over here? No, damn it. And honestly, I don't know if there was actually a vineyard or if the GM just took pity on me. But like, while everybody else is actually investigating the actual mystery, my character's like, yeah, I'll investigate
The mystery of no wine.
Yes, well, it's like, oh yeah, I'll totally go talk to the folks at the winery. Like, you guys go talk to other people over there. I'll be back. And instead, he spent like all afternoon getting drunk with the proprietors and like having scones and not actually investigating very well. And so he like buys himself a crate and is like, I'm gonna go find my friends now. And so he just sort of tipsily wanders over to the haunted house we were all gonna meet at and like tries to get through a broken window but like ends up breaking part of the wine, and it was a whole mess. But Professor Wangdoodle was insanely fun and I totally want to play him again. And he couldn't remember anybody's name ever or their pronouns, so he just sort of referred to them in the generic, like, ah, yes, my good snootling person, give me that over there, would you? And like, he's not dismissive of your gender identity. He's just like really airheaded in very specific ways. So yeah, he was a goose with a monocle. I forgot to add that part. He was
That
he was
sounds
Goose
appropriate.
Professor.
That sounds appropriate.
Yes. So yes, no, I need to see more Professor Wangdoodle at some point.
That sounds crazy. That sounds antithetical to everything. Well, no, I guess I did do that one. April Fools. April Fools
April
thing.
Fools.
Yeah, the what was it called? Flat Earth Arcana. Did you guys not
Oh
see?
yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, Flat Earth Arcana. It's free. Everyone, go check it out. It's on Insider. It's I think it was. It might have been our 420th article. I don't know. It landed on April 1st when we did it. It's free for everybody. But like, yeah, yeah. It's called Flat Earth Arcana, and it's about how they, which is some weird acronym for elves or Sasquatches or something, uh, are
Elves or Sasquatches.
responsible for like the ice wall, and how there's like a magic item of
Mm.
pamphlets that spread conspiracy theories, and I think some magic underpants. Um, yeah,
There was a spell I think that like made you more convincing the less you knew on a
that
subject
was
or
one of them. Yeah,
something.
yeah, and then the rogue that
Yes.
is just a bard. Like your all your rogue abilities are to lose your rogue abilities and get bard abilities.
I'm
Yeah,
so glad.
yeah. So I've done a couple silly things, but like, yeah, that sounds like the yin to my yang. I should check it out. Is it Tea Time
Mhm.
5e?
Tea
Time
Time
Adventures.
Adventures. They recently came out with Campfire Tales, I believe it was, which is supposed to be their slightly spookier one. Part of why we looked into it is because one of the folks in my gaming group is really good at taking what should be innocuous, cutesy stuff and making it just incredibly disturbing in ways you don't expect. And so that was the challenge. Like, okay, I will buy this, and I will give you the information, and like, can Kit make it creepy?
Mm.
Like, let's see how it goes. And they did, in fact. The haunted house was genuinely pretty creepy. It like leaned into some like house that eats you tropes, which were some of my faves. So
Ooh.
Yeah, this
yeah.
looks very cute.
And again, I can't tell you how much of that is standard because this was Kit making it creepy.
Oh man, these poor folks. Oh shit. They got 67 on backer kit, which sounds great, but then I'm going down. There's like there's dice, There are pins. There's tea. There's
I was gonna say they have loose
plushies.
leaf tea.
Good
Um,
lord.
a part of the whole thing in Tea Time Adventures is it literally comes with recipes in the books that like with the idea that like you can make some nice cookie sandwiches for your gaming group,
Oh, that's
which
cute.
would be great. Except my group is all online.
I mean, you could still make them and then mail them out.
I mean, yeah, but buttercream cookie sandwiches they just don't mail well.
I think about all
Listen
the
to
time. My college girlfriend was like, she wanted to stay in contact so she could send me the Rocky Road no milk brownies she had perfected every once in a while, and I was like, no,
mm.
no. And I think about it all the time because man, I could have had so many free
I was gonna
brownies.
say it sounds like you shot yourself in the foot, but you know.
Yeah, man, she's a really good baker. Like, fuck. Okay. Anyway,
So what you got for us, Mike?
I'm gonna talk about the complete class compendium again. It is gonna launch on next Tuesday, provided that backer kits review of the project that I forgot to ask them for is cool. Um, so yeah, proof's on the way. It's very cool. The preview for the there's a preview PDF on the backer kit page for the Gemini class, which is a fun like dual natured thing. So you pick out an archetype, and then you're either like get different abilities at night and day, or when you wake up, you roll and see if you feel old that day or if you feel young that day, and it all branches off from there. Um, if you want to hear me talk about it at length, I'm going to be on A5 Evening, which is Broken Synapse. I think Broken Synapse Press does that
Mm.
podcast. But yeah, we're recording that tomorrow. Yep, I'm excited. I'm sorry,
And
I'm
I'm excited for you.
still
Yeah,
stuck on the
by all means.
brownies. But yeah, it's a very pretty book. Very. I went through and I did the fucking kerning on all the serif headers, so like none of the little things are in each other. Like I really went to town on it. So um, yeah, I'm pretty excited. And I don't want to give too much away, but like I have a stretch goal stuff ready, and including some maybe integration with virtual tabletops. So
Ooh.
Ooh.
all right. Which button we doing for transitions today? Did you guys want to get on it?
Ooh.
Okay. Favorite
Ta-da!
new project that is not ours from which we cannot profit. Um, I'm gonna start. Mutants and Masterminds 4E is imminent. I've been working on a conversion for that, so down the line I'll be able to profit. But I get nothing off of the initial project by Green Ronin. I'm sure. How many people are they up to? I bet it's over 1,000. But I'll be surprised if it's not. How many they got following? 893. Oh shit! I can't believe that's over 1,000. Go follow the project, man. It's gonna be good. This is the best superhero game around. In fact, Kenson tweeted or not tweeted, posted on Blue Sky earlier today. Steve Kenson, like the principal designer for it, and there was some like comic with a RPG supplement at the back for using Scarlet Witch in your RPG, but it was designed for like D20 rules, not like the actual Marvel RPGs. I think it's D6s,
Mm.
right? And is it a Marvel comic? Like, oh my god, guys, what? So, yeah, it's a really good
An
game.
interesting choice.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Um, Akeem, tell us.
Yes. So this one it isn't quote unquote like new, but it is new to me, and it was recommended, so I like it. Blood Punk 5E. And it's I have the description here, but I think the best way to describe it is think of it as a setting in which everything is powered by blood, and the two main kingdoms are one of vampiric undead and blood sorcerers, and your currency is your body, because everyone needs blood. Everything runs on blood, even the machines.
Oh no! They nailed the first sentence, and we need to read it in full. Tolia is a dark, dystopic, ominous setting where blood has been used as the main source of energy since the discovery of a magical crystal. Angst.
Thanks.
That that is there you go. That sells this that they called the magical crystal angst tells me everything I need to know. I don't even know why they told me anything else.
So now we have found the inverse of tea time adventures. Is what it
Tolia
sounds like.
is a setting since the discovery of a magic crystal called angst. Could have been the first sentence, and it would have been just as illustrative. Like, yeah.
Danger and atrocities.
But no, this looks cool. This looks
Yes,
cool. This looks like a decent run on
it really
vampire
does.
stuff.
Yeah, and I will say like the artwork looks like really, really good from what I've seen. So
Let me see. Let me see this. Blood powers all. Blood powers all.
Yeah.
What do you mean it's not redirecting properly? Oh, curses. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It's nice, soft stuff. Yeah. Oh, that's... I wouldn't use that one for the project image. It's a little rough. Yeah, better artwork on here. Oh, no, it's just low res. Got the mask.
but yeah, like I really do think like the artwork does fit like the intended theme. So
Yeah, it looks like Deco Punk with a bunch of red, honestly. That's what this looks like to me. Which isn't bad.
I
I'm not
think
saying against it. I'm just calling it out.
yeah, yeah. Oh yeah, I could see Gecko Punk out of this.
209,000 pounds. Good for them.
Yeah.
12 creative projects. Oh, these are the people who did Silver Plate. Okay.
I don't know what that is.
Silver Plate is the food. Everyone is food. You play as like a hot dog 5e.
Um,
I've never
You know
heard that,
what?
and that sounds actually that's cool.
no,
Oh,
I've never heard
yeah,
of this.
yeah. That
Silver
was.
Plate? Let me.
hmm
A
Well, I'm
tasty
gonna.
campaign setting for 5e.
I can't believe you missed the message.
Okay, I feel like I could have gone my whole life without knowing this information, and I would have been fine. Better, maybe.
Shady Frank, I've mustered my strength. Okay.
What?
Yeah, like I can
That's
get behind that faster than the Wendy's one. That's yeah.
Oh, it's been so long since I saw that. Yeah.
All right. And then I see a blank spot in the document. Empty? I don't blame you. We
yes,
looked
because
around. It was pretty empty.
well, and like I just want to. I know I already told you all about before the show started, but I just want to say I was very disappointed. There was what was it called, the poultry curse, I think, and I'm
Mm.
like, well, I have to talk about this one because I have Mother Hen, the chicken lady cleric, and I bet this is great. And then I was like, oh, Chicken Rebellion, that's what it's
Chicken
called.
Rebellion. Okay.
And I refused to post the link because I'm very disappointed they used AI art for their chickens, and it's just not. It took me a second to kind of figure it out. The design of the witch kept changing, but there was just something about their weird little chicken faces, and then later like the number of fingers started mixing up, and it was weird. And I don't know. Do better, guys. Like clearly you hit your funding goal, but like sit down and think about what you've done. Like I was all in, and then you had to use AI art, and now I want
There we
nothing to
go.
do with it. It's all suspect. So shame be upon them.
Shame.
I need a bell.
Oh yeah, those are that's the like cutesy face AI. Yeah. I see it.
Mm-hmm. And like they all have the exact same cutesy face, and I'm like,
Well, I'm glad they're not doing that well. They're probably gonna do better than I'm about to. Very annoying.
so yeah, no,
What are you gonna do?
that's my rant.
That's a duck bill. All right.
They do specify that you can choose to be a duck or a chicken.
Oh,
It
definitely
uses chicken in
okay.
a lot of places, but it is broadly a poultry curse,
Mm.
which I would argue means that you should be able to be a turkey too, but I don't know that they count.
Maybe that was the expansion.
Ah, there we go. There we go.
A commissioned 2D character in the project art style for £16. See,
What?
That feels extra
That feels like a
shitty.
double ripoff. My
Yeah,
goodness.
dude. Oh man, that is a really.
Pay us
Who
money
did
to
this?
put a prompt into a machine and kill the environment.
Where's the creator info? Anna the Halfling. Oh, okay. That's what you make it. Okay. Anyway, all right. Yeah, that's disappointing. Um.
Yeah.
Wah, wah, wah. Do we have any palette cleansers?
Disqualified.
There we go.
There we go. That
Okay.
was the answer.
Some more
Next
sad
section.
news. Steve D has passed away. He is not the only one who has passed away out of our industry. Also, Tim Kask is no longer with us, which sucks. I knew Tim personally. He was a nice guy. I got to hang out with him after Gen Con one night, and he's just talking about like the very first days of working on D&D and like just like when the brown boxes, which are I take it like a kind of a rarity in the collectors. That was he just was like running around in the basement and told to just put everything that they had around into these brown boxes. So like yeah,
No.
yeah, no,
Okay.
it was cool
That
to
sounds
hear
like
it.
an adventure.
It was like the fucking line in Narnia talking about when the old magic was made. It was fucking crazy. So yeah, it's too bad he's gone. R.I.P. both of you.
Indeed.
Do we have better news? Better news? We do. We have to. You got a whole bunch of things in here.
Yeah, I was gonna say Akeem like knocked it out of the park. So
Did you
Yeah.
did you look at the thing the Kansas City
Mhm.
Chiefs did? So they did a.
I haven't seen like the full one. It's about an hour long. I started off with like the trailer, and then I started off with like session 0, which was actually kind of cute. But I haven't gotten to like the full video yet. But the session 0 was actually pretty cool, just because they kind of went through like the pre-generated characters and did a really good job of explaining for people who hadn't played D&D how to play D&D and like the concepts. And I also thought the players are actually kind of funny. Just because like it was that immediate thing of them going back and forth and just going like, okay, now what am I? Wait a minute, what number is your strength? Mine's higher. Ooh, I'm smart. So it's just like it was just that back and forth thing of just like, oh, I get a dog. Because again, like they're all pre-gens. So it was just I liked it. I thought it was cute. I was actually very surprised it wasn't pushed more, just because I know I posted about like this maybe a week or two ago, and I just got swamped because again, I've only seen session 0. But I thought it was very interesting where I had seen it on somewhere on like Instagram, then I had to go to YouTube, and I was like, oh, maybe it's because I'm not huge into sports, so maybe I missed like maybe there was like a big announcement on the like athletic side and not like the TTRPG side. But I thought it was actually pretty funny. I do enjoy like those moments where people who haven't played a game play it for the first time and learn it. So
I see this and I see like WotC's C-suite just like salivating. If they could get those fantasy football people who are basically already playing D&D over, you know what I mean? Like what a fucking boon. What a huge sale that would be. I wonder I wonder if it's gonna work. I guess
yeah,
we'll see.
the
We'll see if they
actual
do
game
more
was
of them.
just like a one shot.
Yeah, as I was
Yeah.
gonna say, if they do more of them, then it is paying off. But otherwise, all these dudes make way too much money for them to come out for free. You know what I mean? So like,
Yeah.
yeah, don't look at this thing as like a funny promotion. Like somebody spent money, like good money,
Oh yeah.
to make it. So
And
like, it's definitely a pilot. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and like even if you look at it, you can tell that I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure like there was some involvement with like Microsoft giving funding, because they
I
had
saw
like
the
that big like
co-pilot.
co-pilot
Yeah,
thing on
yeah,
each.
yep.
Yeah. So,
That'll be
but
interesting.
again, like for like the general idea of it, I just always enjoy like when people start like playing. So
yeah, and the like comparing your characters, like when you get pre-gens handed out and stuff, like that's very relatable. which I'm sure was at least part of the goal. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
All right. What else we got?
And I just tossed a bunch of stuff in there. So if y'all see something that like sparks your interest, feel free to like line it up, shoot it out. Otherwise, I just go down the list.
that's fair.
Uh
Possible queer rep in a Penguin House D&D book. What?
oh wait.
Yes. Yeah. So they're doing a D&D romantasy. Like it's actually licensed. And it is by Penguin Random House. It's called the Feywild Job. And I'm just gonna kind of read like the intro. Where is Penguin Random House has announced the Feywild Job, a new D&D novel written by World Fantasy Award and Nebula-winning writer C.L. Polk. So it's supposed to be the story of a rogue tasked with stealing a gem called the Kiss of Enduring Love. And they are teamed up with their ex-lover, a bard. So the twist is that the rogue apparently has a magical pact that is based on never falling in love. So we'll see how that goes in the novel.
As you do.
This has inspired
Yeah.
me, and I'm gonna ask my wife to give me a Fey job and just see what happens. Fingers crossed, everybody. Fingers crossed. I think she's Fey. I
Does that
do.
mean you'll upgrade to the Feywild job?
Oh,
or...
see, I don't know. I don't know. Fey Wild Job sounds like a little too crazy.
That's fair. Might have to say that for Valentine's Day. It's coming up.
The funny part is like I thought this, I just didn't say it. They're like, oh, this that's for Feywild. The other part of me is just like the silly part of me just imagines like someone just going like glitter on your face like, okay, you got
That
a
might
Fey
be what
job.
happens. And she has glitter around the house, so like, I may get glitter bombed.
Uh-oh.
Well, I'm gonna take my
Yeah.
chances. You never know.
Hashtag craft herpes problems.
Okay.
Let's see.
That's a
Oh.
hashtag? That's a common enough issue to be a hashtag.
Mm?
Oh, these people at Michael's getting wild. Alright.
Craft herpes is definitely the term in the community, I promise.
Just for glitter. Just for glitter generally.
Yes.
Oh, okay,
Just for
okay.
glitter.
I had other things going on in my head. You're just okay.
No.
Okay, yeah. That makes sense.
No, nobody's getting freaky in Michael's. It's fine. I mean, maybe they are, but not this.
It's like, yeah, I don't know. Intimate the crafting community. It's a lot of old people. I know that's a
Knuckle
problem
judge.
at the old people homes. Maybe it gets around. Like, I don't know.
Oh God.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I was really going away. All right. So, I know Paizo's got 2 new books. I haven't played Pathfinder in a long time. I've been doing layout for Pathfinder 2E, which is frustrating, and I've spoken about it to you guys before.
You have.
Yes.
So like Paizo just announced like 2 new Pathfinder books. One's going to be a rule book. One is going to be a rule book featuring 4 new magic themed classes, and then the second one is a source book detailing the high seas. Honestly, like the reason I included this, like yes, I my main interest with Pathfinder is lore, just because I think it's a very interesting take that they've done with the world setting, where it's basically it's kind of like a kitchen sink approach to fantasy, where depending on what region of the world you're in, the themes change, which I thought was a very interesting way of approaching like a fantasy setting. So it's fascinating from a game design aspect. But like I also like the lore, and part of the reason I included this is mostly my own obsession with anything that has to do with ocean and water themed source books.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be like super big into like Stormrack from 3.5. Like I keep pulling that sucker out just because it's one of my favorites. So like I said, ooh, ocean based stuff. Let me look. So the second one is like High Seas, and it focuses on Hermia, Meadowgalti Island, and the Mordant Spires and the Shackles and some various underwater regions. If you do not play Pathfinder, really the most interesting thing is like they have a very interesting approach to rephrase. Mordant Spire is basically past civilization that is also the grave of a god that died during like a world apocalypse that predates most of the history of the world. To which I just go, huh, what a very odd premise. And they've actually kind of made it work, which I think is kind of weird. But fun. Like that's pretty much the reason I left it, just because I, as a game designer, love like interesting concepts that have been managed to be given weight so that they stand up on their own. So
And I'm a sucker for the Shackles area. Like, one day I will finally run a full run of the Skulls and Shackle adventure path. Maybe.
summon me for it. I'm in.
All right, I will keep you in mind, because, like, I've tried 3 times, and every time we get, like, maybe to book 3, if we're lucky, and then...
I'll drop this in the dock for you.
Which reminds me, I need to write down a note for Jeremiah Jorts for next time we talk.
Did you say jorts?
Yep. He was an NPC that my players made up for their Skulls and Shackles game.
Love it.
Reminds me I need to convert into the Veil. Okay.
So yeah, no, that's exciting. Also, like, underwater adventuring is always, like, potentially either very interesting or very complicated, I suppose, or both.
Oh yeah, TPK City.
It really depends.
Water.
Yeah.
Yeah. Every time I take a party underwater, there's that's always where I'm like, oh fuck, if they're gonna fucking die, it's gonna be here.
How do you handle fire spells underwater? Because that's been an interesting point of contention that I've seen.
They're supposed to deal half damage in 5e, I think. I think creatures get resistance while they're underwater or something.
Oh yeah. Like I was just gonna say, like in general, I've seen various approaches to this. I think the one that I thought was interesting was someone basically, I think it might have been Stormrack, where they made a feat where it's basically if you use fire magic, it just works as like steam underwater. Like the magic really holds it together to do intention versus like actuality. So it's like if it was if it was like regular fire, since it is magical fire, it lasts just long enough to like do a thing.
Right. Kind of like the idea that not all fire spells set things on fire.
Mm-hmm. But I will say, like, underwater combat, I think, has been a very interesting bugbear for a lot of different games, just because, like, it's 3D movement, which shouldn't be too much of a problem in general, but it's like the 3D movement plus, like, okay, like how much air do you have? How long can you hold your breath? And certain spells,
how much
like,
can you move?
Right.
Like,
how important is
are
it
you making
to
an
not
athletics
be
check
in the
every
water?
round?
How badly do you need the vessel to survive so you can get back to land? Those are the two that seem to be a problem for my parties. They don't consider what will happen after the fight. They are just in the fight until they are not in the fight. And then they're like, oh no.
Well, heck. Yeah, my group did, it shortened the range of fire spells, but dealt steam damage. So sort of set in the middle bit.
Well, steam damage is just fire damage, isn't it?
Basically, yeah, but it meant that it actually, like, did a thing, like, I don't know, it felt more evocative to describe it as, like, dealing steam rather than just, like, oh, creatures get, resistance or whatever.
I usually try to, like...
It dealt full damage, but...
When I do steam breaths, because I think I have a couple of dragon steam breaths, I usually wrap in bludgeoning damage with it. Like, fire and bludgeoning damage. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I could see that.
Yeah. Alright.
Alright.
Other media of interest? You know, somebody wanna... Oh, no! Oh, yeah, did we talk about our colleagues? Did we talk about that on here? 2 of our colleagues. Whatever, I mean, yeah. Leon Barilaro is on Wizards of the Coast as a D&D designer, which is cool, because they were on the Level Up team. They worked on the exploration rules. And then James Hake also joined Wizards of the Coast as a senior D&D designer. And he ran E-Insider before I started running it. So.
I wish them both luck come next December.
It's somebody made a comment about how it was a nice change of pace that they were doing hirings in December instead of firings in December. And I was like, yeah.
Yes, that is why I will always side eye position at Wizards. Like it's kind of like the thing to aim for in a sort of stereotypical way, but like, nah,
The
man.
realities surrounding it suck. Like you have to live in an area where the cost of living is super high, so it looks like a good salary, but like actually, it's more like making half as much somewhere else. So yeah, or you just do a 2-hour drive every morning, I guess. I don't know.
On the 5, which is just a
Yeah,
nightmare.
Zan actually went out there and worked Paizo for a while. So like,
I mean, I still live out here basically.
damn.
But yeah, Redmond's cost of it's hard to compare Redmond v. Renton cost of living, because Redmond kind of blew up really fast, with Bellevue having Microsoft and all that jazz. So it's kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's a city that grew up too fast, so everything's like kind of weird and confusing and jumbled. So,
Oh yeah, I didn't like trying to get around Seattle. I did not make it to Chinatown in the time allotted that I had. I was very angry.
alas,
Yeah.
they have some real good dim sum places too.
I believe it. I was excited to try out the West Coast dim sum spots, but c'est la vie.
Well, and alas, PaizoCon is no longer in the flesh.
Oh, yeah,
So.
to stop entirely? Yeah, okay.
No, it's online.
Okay.
They went online for the pandemic and then they just never came back. Which, I get, but also like I liked PaizoCon. Like it was big enough that there was always something to do, but it was small enough that you could like know people.
I only went
Like
once.
I like it better than Gen Con, honestly.
And it was at the same time as a brony convention at the hotel across the street. So
Yup.
it was like
Oh, really?
It was a weird one. It was a weird one.
Yeah, it was definitely a like I don't know, worlds collide sort of thing. It was funny. But yeah, I guess the next equivalent is probably OrcaCon. It's held in the same hotel, I think, and is still kind of like smaller-ish, but it's also at a really bad time of year for me, so maybe next year.
I
Are you
don't
saying like Orca or Orc?
Orca Con.
Orca,
Okay.
yes.
Like the
I mean, either would work really, but also we have whales, so.
which is no, yeah, it's not killer whales.
So I was gonna say next time you come out this way, but I don't know that you have a lot of reason to come out this way, so
I
I
don't.
don't think the dim sum is quite good enough for a 6-hour plane ride.
No. We are doing Japan again. It would be nice if we could go through Seattle, but usually they take us. It's like through Dallas or LA and then to Tokyo.
That makes sense.
But we'll see. I don't know. We're still looking at tickets and stuff. So now we moved it from
Yeah.
February to October, early November.
Gotcha.
Yeah, still gotta
Well,
sell.
if you end up having a layover or whatever in Seattle, let me know and we'll do the International District or something.
Yeah. Then Steph can finally meet
My,
you and stop feel threatened. It'd be nice.
I promise I'm way too gay for her to feel threatened.
I know, right?
I'll even bring my partner to prove it.
I know. I tell her these things.
I
know.
don't know.
I saw-
But anyway,
no, I
my
was reading-
partner.
I was reading about Jolene.
Go ahead.
Like the song Jolene. So like it was
Uh-huh.
inspired by this woman at the bank who like Dolly Parton's husband like just got way too much attention from, and he kept going to the bank like when he didn't really need to be there, until she was like, "Hey, stop going to the bank. We don't have enough money for you to be at the bank that fucking often." But the woman's name wasn't Jolene. Jolene was this
Uh-huh.
little girl she saw at one of her concerts. And she was like, "Oh, you have the prettiest red hair. What's your name?" And then in part of the interview, Dolly Parton just said like, "Yeah, this woman, she had like everything I didn't have. Like she was tall, she had long legs, and I mean, my husband loves me, and you don't even worry about it. But as a woman, you always feel threatened by other. You always feel threatened by other women." It's like, haha, okay. So it's not just her. It's like
Okay.
all of you. I guess.
mean, I get it, I guess, but like,
Yeah.
whatever.
My friends are very confused. They're like, how could you be more devoted to her? And I was like, I don't know. I asked her, and she's like, I don't have any idea. And I was like, okay, so you're still gonna be crazy? She's like, shut up. I was like, all right. Anyway,
My partner has a thing where we can get 2 free nights at a fancy ass hotel. We usually spend it in Seattle. Let me know.
oh, that sounds
We'll play up the
awesome.
gay. It's fine.
Oh my god. And wait,
It's
like
it's like American Express Platinum.
okay,
So
anywhere,
I
anywhere
just
in
love
America.
the phrase "play up the game."
That's fucking
that I don't know.
Like-
Sorry, what was that, Akeem?
No, I was just saying, like, I heard that phrase. It's like, I'll play up the gay, and it just reminds me of like, just like, oh yeah, you look nice in that dress. Oh wait, girl, you look nice in that dress.
Whip the head.
But yeah, it's limited to Hilton and like some other like select fancy lines.
Two
But
nights.
yeah, we've definitely stayed at places we would never stay at otherwise.
Yeah, man. Fuck.
Because of the credit, and like you get a meal credit, and it's good time.
Zan.
Cool.
Zan.
Yeah.
Zan. Zan.
Hmm? Yeah.
Why are you not
Yeah.
using this to make money? You could sell a Gen Con room. You could make thousands of dollars every fucking year and then spend half of it
That
going
sounds like
somewhere really
fraud.
nice and keeping the other half.
That still sounds like fraud.
Why is it fraud? Why? That's not fraud.
Wouldn't you be on the hook? Like, wouldn't you be on the hook?
You would
if,
be
like,
on the
someone
hook if
just goes,
somebody
"Man,
fucked up
I
the
crashed
hotel
the room."
room. That is true. But it's not fraud. I don't think there's anything fraudulent about it. I would look into that.
I mean, they want to know who's in the room.
Sure.
Like,
Yeah.
you have to register who's gonna be there, and you're supposed to be one of them in theory.
In theory. That's what I'm saying. I would look into that. Because, like, those hotel rooms for fucking Gen Con, you know how fucking crazy expensive they are. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, no, I was thinking about going to Gen Con this year, and then I looked at the housing lottery, and I was like, oh, fuck, no. No, can't do it.
And if you got some special deal through American Express, then they might have reserved shit for that. Like, you might be able to bypass that. Like, I would check.
Maybe. It's kind of a big thing.
I know.
I don't know. Probably not this
That's
year.
why
but
you'd be able to
maybe
sell the hotel room for like $5,000. That's one.
next-
Okay. Yeah. All right. It's not my problem. I'm just. Okay. All right. Next session.
Yeah,
Next section. What are we
that's
doing?
fair.
What are we talking about? Somebody hit the button.
Oh yeah.
Any button. Any button.
I like turtles.
Nice.
I can do the
That was the best use of that drop yet. Perfect. Awesome. Okay. Oh man, I'm so
this
glad
is
we
what-
have that button. All
Yo.
right. I think we talked
Just
about
because,
mine
like-
last time, didn't we? The fucking font services thing. So the
Font
Japanese font is
services.
very, very like there's a ton of fucking characters, and all the
Uh-huh.
companies basically use the same service for this font. And I guess there's this crazy aggressive price hike, where it went from like $30 or something a year for the license, maybe $390, to like 30,000, which would price out everyone obviously.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh.
and it
No
was
kidding.
apparently they're saying it was like AI's fault. I
Oh.
looked at this weeks
How
ago.
convenient.
Yeah. A 380 annual license for the $20,500 plan for monotype. Yeah.
Damn.
But I guess they've walked that back, which I
Yeah.
can't imagine what else they would have done. You guys wouldn't have a
Right.
fucking company anymore.
I don't know. I'd say I don't know how you can come back to that, but I assume there's a certain amount of exclusivity.
Yeah, I don't know. It'd be interesting to see how this goes. I forgot to follow up on this. This is like a whole month old, this one. Yeah. Anyway, okay. What else we got for other medium interest?
Romantasy. Lay it on me, King.
Oh yes. So it's called How to Write Romantasy by Jenna Morisi, which I put in here just because I also thought it related a lot to like what we talked about with Feywild Job, because it is also from Penguin Random House. So it's actually a pretty interesting book. I started reading it. The best way to describe this is sometime last year, a group of friends of mine started a joke thing of like, oh, let's write romance stuff because like heated rivalry and a bunch of stuff was like rolling around. And
It's
so
always like
I
a
was
joke
oh,
thing.
Okay, cool.
Like, hey, let's
Yeah,
touch
it
each other
started
as a joke.
Well, so like that's the thing. Like it started as a joke, and then I started doing it seriously. So then I was like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get this book, and it's actually really good. Because my thing is like, I'm doing a queer romantasy. So I thought, oh, I've never actually read a book that teaches you how to do that. So it's been an interesting book. I thought it was very good at explaining the basics of writing. I've also been able to actually send like clips and snippets of it to friends of mine who are writing completely different themed books. So that's one of the things I count as an element of success in a writing book. But I'm still reading it. It's super helpful, and it's also been super helpful for my writing. So
Nice. Yeah, I feel like fantasy or romantasy and romance, two slightly different genres, but I feel like they're both like underestimated
mm,
very easily. And it's like, oh, it's really easy to write this, and it's like, well, it has its own sets of like ins and outs and tropes, and like anything else has. So.
yeah, and like you're right on point because that is actually one of the sections in the book, just kind of explaining like the difference between romance and romantasy. And there's even this one line where it kind of helps people who goes like, okay, like if you are trying to write a fantasy book, and then with some elements of romance versus a romantasy, how do you actually tell the difference? Which I thought was pretty
Mm,
interesting because they just said basically romantasy is it is 60% romance, 40% fantasy.
hmm That makes sense. Like not quite as much emphasis on like the world building of the fantasy or whatever, and like more on the interpersonal relationships, maybe.
Yeah. Oh, actually, I phrased that incorrectly. Give me a second. Really, the big thing is that was actually distinguishing like the difference between a fantasy that has romance elements versus a romance that has fantasy elements. It's basically where that 60% is. The
Right.
one that I thought was actually more interesting was the core concept of any romance story is that the if you can take the relationship element outside of the concept of the story, then it is neither one of those things. Like it has to be critical
Okay.
actual story hook, which I actually kind of thought of this like kind of from something that I did for TTRPGs where this guy I know actually said like, yo, yeah, like you should be able to have like a singular or two sentence concept for any TTRPG you make. And I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense. So even if I'm doing romantasy, it's here's the concept, the core thing should be romance.
Right. Nice.
So
So more more fun revelations from my wife recently. I have always thought that
yeah,
romance and intimacy were just integrally tied to one another, but this is not so.
hmm
they
You
are.
say
Not
no, they
necessarily.
are, they are, or they aren't. They wait.
I mean, they're not necessarily. They are for some people in some circumstances, but
Okay,
like,
so then what kind of romance would you have that isn't integrally intimate?
I mean, I guess it depends on what you mean by intimate. Like, is
Bit,
that like
yeah.
straight up like there is
There
sex,
could be,
or
or but like
like,
there's some kind of
Oh, that
physical affection or a
mm,
desire for physical affection at the very. But physical affection is part of it. That's what I'm saying.
right? Gosh, I mean, it's really hard to say because I feel like if I tried to make a judgment, someone would like metaphorically pop up in the chat and be like, "Well, actually, here's an example."
I don't know if there's a right
Um,
or wrong answer. I just assumed that like fucking was somewhere in the periphery if you're talking about romance. Otherwise, it's
I
not
mean, that's why
romance.
there's like aromantic and asexual are like two different identities, and you can be both, or you can be one or the other.
Yeah, I've never
Like, there's
understood
some
that one
people
either.
who like don't want any romance and are DTF, and then there's some people who are like, well, like I want some cuddling, but I don't want any like gropage.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, and I think like with that definition, because I was also going to ask that same thing, Zan, where it's just like define that word. So I think it also just depends on what type of book you're reading. Where for some people they will, I joke about it as in like the fade to black, where it's like in some books like they will fade to black where it's implied, but it's not actually written down. In other books they will describe the intimacy, and then I think like there's just a third where it is there is no physical intimacy. It is just like actual like feelings of affection. So I think those are more of like I would say like young adult romance because I'm flashing back to when I first read romantasy, like when I was in high school. It was something about like some shapeshifter thing about like two teenagers. One was like a serpent prince and the other one was a eagle prince. High school books
as you
that
do,
we had. Hmm?
as you do.
Yeah,
Well, it doesn't
but
say, at
like
first I was like, oh, is that Xanth? And they're like, no, that's not Xanth. You're talking about extra.
but like it was all just like nothing physical happened. It was just like all feelings of romance. So
Like maybe some smoochage sort of thing as like a crescendo.
Yeah.
And then there's a special fourth option where some people will write a fantasy or a romancy or a romance or whatever, and they write the spicy version, which does not close the bedroom door or fade to black, and then they will have a different version which does.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know how much of a market there is for that, but it's definitely something that some people do, which is interesting.
I mean, I was
Like, I don't think it's something that I would do, but like it's a choice.
I was just talking about the general concept of romance, but speaking specifically on literary level, where would we put Harlequin books at? Are those romance, or are they just like word porn, or is there a
I
distinction?
mean, I think they would fall solidly under romance. Like, they're
Romance.
kind of their own category of romance. Like, a Harlequin romance, you say that, and people, like, think of the bodice rippers and the moody Spanish lords with
Fabio, and
very little
yeah.
shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually quite
Italian
cool.
stallion vibes.
Yeah, like what was his name? Fabio.
Fabio.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's actually interesting. Like it's when you say Harlequin books, it's they even have like their own art style. Like I feel like someone somewhere has probably written about this, but
Oh, I'm sure there are many. Yeah, like not fanfics, but like scholarly works. You mean? Yeah, I guarantee
I mean,
you.
yeah,
there are also plenty of fanfics.
Yeah, no, there's more of those
yeah,
than
it
the
has like a
scholarly works. But I'm
media,
sure there's plenty of scholarly works.
yeah, like from an academic aspect of like the type of art and like what the expectations are and blah 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 blah.
I actually saw it was kind of like a coffee table book that was like talking about romance cover art, like from the 80s or whatever.
Ooh,
So I'll have to track it down.
I imagine that was very cheap to
nice.
license.
But there was a similar thing that people did with like it was sort of the Harlequin romance version of horror. Um, if that makes sense, like
Oh, just like pulp.
I don't know, very specific, yeah, very pulpy, sort of tropey horror and like gothic romance
Mm-hmm.
that isn't necessarily like a romance novel, but the like romanticism movement
Mm-hmm.
sort of thing, which is of course separate. So I listen to a podcast called Bad Books for Bad People, and they touch on that sort of thing every once in a while.
I'm a plebeian.
And I am
Like,
googling that right now.
all I fucking read
Oh,
are
you
Warhammer
should
40K novels.
yeah, it basically explores the idea of what a bad book is. Like,
Mhm.
oh, is it like, stereotypical young adult some people think is like bad writing. Good job. Or like romances or just plain weird shit. Like, I don't know if you've heard of the book Bleak Warrior. Do not look into that unless you are not ready for some really weird sexual combat.
Okay.
Oh, it's a game.
No, it's basically it's a book where the premise is that all these like immortals are fighting to the death, kind of like a Highlander thing, except they all have their own unique like
Genital
weird
weapons.
sex powers. It's
Oh wow! I nailed
basically
it.
like this one guy has like a yeah, he has like a bludgeon that's shaped like a dick, and also like yeah, it's a whole thing.
This is one of the best little
I,
parts
I
of
will
Snow Crash. There's like I think they call it a daikatana, but like, yeah, somebody goes to rape this woman who has something waiting in there for just such a terrible eventuality, and yep, yeah,
the vagina dentata.
that's what it was. Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know why I thought it was daikatana.
But yeah.
Weird.
I mean that also sounded like it might be a thing. Like, it's just a cultural version. But yeah, no, Bad Books for Bad People is fantastic. Definitely go over that. It introduced me to Vampire Hunter D, which is amazing. Not necessarily great, but amazing.
A little shout out for bookshop.org. If you're going to order books off the internet, do it through bookshop.org, and you will be supporting local bookstores instead of a giant mega corporation that will swallow us all.
Yay for
Yes,
indie.
indeed. Yes, and it's also a good excuse for me to stop by my local bookshop and pick up my book that I asked her to order through Bookshop.
Oh, I hadn't
Site,
thought about
so.
it. Yeah, shit.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
also very dangerous. I end up with a very large TBR file for that.
That's me at
But
Oh,
that's you and what now?
library visits.
anybody else who has For the King 2? They put out a bunch of new updates and they changed the game's like user interface and added like extra quests and shit. Like there's go load it up and check it out if you haven't played it for a while. But
For
yeah,
the king?
For the King 2.
Well, thank you.
the King 2. They added some new classes that are free, and like yeah, new adventure or two that are free. Yeah, it was a really substantial, cool update.
Yeah, this will have to wait until I have a video card.
Oh, it's a fun game. I fucking love For the
Mm.
King. Oh fuck, it's so good.
One day.
It's a cute
Oh.
little roguelike. It's well designed. Yeah, it's a good time.
Roguelikes and I have a complicated relationship.
I usually don't like them. It feels like a well orchestrated board game. Is what it feels like.
Mm.
Yeah, which I normally don't enjoy.
Yeah, the only reason I'm still playing Hades is because the storyline got me. And, like, I need resolution to a couple plot lines before I can put it down and walk away.
Good
So,
luck. You'll get there.
Also, side note,
Oh.
yeah. Actually, when Laurel and I were staying at one of the fanciest hotels in Seattle, we went to Pike Place and went to a map shop and got this bad boy.
Go to hell. What's that about?
Yes. It's specifically like a travel guide to places on Earth that why they're associated with the underworld. Like, oh, this is a cave where a temple to Hades was built or whatever. Some of them are natural formations. Like, hey, there are lakes of lava that just hang out. Like the lava flow is fast enough that it doesn't harden, but it's slow enough that it doesn't like spread out anywhere, and it's just a lava lake. I've been getting into a lot of nonfiction, so this has been kind of part of that. But it's really pretty. It's got like
Yeah,
glossy
like.
pages and illustrations and stuff. So yeah,
I only noticed
and
now.
it explores different cultures. What's that?
I only noticed now that Matt has been talking in the chat. We need to watch the chat.
Oh no,
He says that he couldn't use his platinum status with Marriott to get a room at Dragon Con. So it sounds like my plan might not work out, which is too bad. And then, I don't know, I've never had a work spouse. Intimacy but not romance. Yeah, no, I know how to be, like, intimate, like you're stuck in a fucking space with somebody, but that's not... Yeah.
I mean, I guess I've sort of had a work spouse, but like it wasn't that weird like will they won't they tension because we were both queer in the opposite direction.
Yeah.
It's what happens when you work in the makeup aisle.
Okay. Any other media? You have something on there. What's DCC?
Oh, Dungeon Crawler Carl. I'm still wading my way through. I don't know. I can see why people didn't like Book 5. The pacing's weird. And, like, admittedly, the premise of the whole series is, like, essentially the Hunger Games with the entire population of Earth. And you'd think I would be ready for random characters dying unfairly, but I wasn't, and I'm mad.
Oh, yeah.
So.
Dan Abnett does that a lot to
like
me in my Gaunt's Ghosts.
Well, like you start. Well, the thing is, like, you can't. Like with some stories, if you keep killing off side characters, you just run out of a cast. But like, there's still like I don't know, 30,000 people in the dungeon right now. So like they just drew in 3 more characters. Like they have plenty of people they could let me get attached to and then kill off. So I don't know. Rude. Rude is what it is.
What are you gonna do? All right.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts, notes, comments, concerns?
Cries of despair.
Cries of despair.
No.
Yeah.
Cries of anguish.
I mean, I just was still scrolling through the silver platter thing and saw an old man pizza slice, and I reiterate, I could have gone my whole life without knowing.
I really liked the like
and
drinking cup cleric. I was like, oh, somebody got the vibe and nailed it. That was a good move.
Yeah, like props to the artist, but like, oof, I nope.
Yeah, no. I don't need to know how the sausage is made. I'm okay.
Actually, whenever I was in middle school, we had sex ed, and our gym teacher who was doing it was like, okay, I'm going to read this off, and if any of you laugh, I'm going to tell you what goes into pepperoni.
Oh, no.
Oop.
And you know what? Not a peep. Not a single peep for 6 weeks.
Awesome. Holy shit.
Yeah, no, it was... Well, and like she read it in the driest, most monotone way possible.
Yeah.
Like she was clearly trying to eliminate any possibility for like awkwardness.
Oh man, when did they hit us with sex ed? I think starting in like 4th grade. Absurdly
Yeah,
early.
no, we didn't get it until like 6th or 7th, maybe even 8th.
There was I remember they had a follow up in middle school, and they took us to the science center. And they walked us past all the awesome stuff, like the Mars, like astronaut spin you around shit, up onto like a floor looking
Mm-hmm.
over all that, back into a hallway, into a fucking windowless room where they talked about genetics, and then back onto the bus and back to the fucking school. And it was the cruelest thing
That's
I've
so
ever
rude.
experienced from a school.
That's
Which is a
so
lot.
rude.
I got chased down by an entire football team once. I've been arrested in school. This was the worst thing that ever happened to me in school. It was so bad.
I gotta ask a follow-up question about the football team sometime, but not today.
All right.
I gotta go make a casserole.
We'll
Yeah.
reconvene in 2 weeks to continue working on Shadow Wizard Money Bunny Gang. People on the Blue Sky should
Yeah,
tell
don't
us.
forget to vote.
Yes, please vote on the favorite thing that I should have had prepared to show everyone here now, but I don't. Wait, I do have a. Is it? Can I just drag this over? Does that? No, that doesn't do it.
Yeah, I was gonna say it doesn't do images very well.
Hold on, I can share my screen. I'm gonna share that screen. There we go. Nope,
Ooh.
that's gonna look. Nobody can see that shit at all. No, that doesn't work. Okay.
Oh, there it is. It's in.
Is it
it's in the
showing?
bottom
Is
right.
it showing up?
And it
No.
was there briefly. Yes.
Well, yeah, go look on the Blue Sky. It's on the Blue Sky, and
It's on
yeah.
the sky.
yeah. Stop streaming, Mr. Mizzle.
Shadow Wizard Money Bunny Gang.
We like to cast
All
spells.
right. Well, I mean,
Speaking
on
of
that
the
note,
on the Blue Sky.
Wizard Money Gang, we love casting spells.
Thank you. No, we tell people where to find us. We're on Blue Sky at Fey Design Court. I think it's just Fey Design Court. I'm also on Blue Sky at Mike Myler or Mike Myler 2. Fucking me. I should know these things. You guys know your Blue Skies.
I mean, thankfully there are fewer Savannah Broadways, so Savannah Broadway, Blue Sky. More importantly, you can find me at Wreck-It Remedem.
There you go.
Her Blue Sky is now up and running and has more likes than mine, which is expected and fine.
And then I am also on Blue Sky, and mine is Ogre King. Just because I like ogres. They're fun.
That's fair.
Yeah, I'm just Mike Myler on the Blue
And
Sky. That's right. I have a website too, though. You guys don't have websites. You gotta get websites. Mine's MikeMyler.com.
I mean, one day.
Okay. Well, we'll see everybody
I got
in
the
2 weeks.
domains. Just,
You have the domain
Hey,
already?
you're ahead of me.
Okay.
yeah, I bought domains. I'm just that is my project because someone named Mike Myler keeps telling me I need a website.
Yes.
Yeah,
You do.
that guy. He just never shuts up about it.
We need to get Wikipedia pages too. We've been in the industry for so long. We should have them. Then, do you have one? You probably have one.
We should. I don't know if I have one. I have a Goodreads page, which is
Okay,
wild.
That's something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We'll look. We'll be adults and look into this in the intervening 2 weeks, and then be back for Design-isode number 2, where I think we're going to talk about the campaign setting for Shadow Wizard Bunny Gang, because I don't know how we can move forward without doing that first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think we're gonna have to do that.
Okay. Everybody who's watched, thanks
Thanks for joining us,
doing that.
everybody.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
Matt in the chat, I'm so
Bye.
sorry that we didn't see you for the whole time. But yeah. All right, ending the stream.